podcast.
Bring your friends!
All right.
Now we're live.
Now we're live.
We're ready to go.
Nick Lewis, everybody. Dude, thank you for the cigars, by the way.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I did not expect you to bring cigars. I totally forgot to go to the cigar shop. There you go, right there, brother. I do have these Davidoff mini cigarillos. I don't know if you've ever smoked these.
I didn't, but you gave me some a couple
were
months
they?
ago. I haven't smoked them yet. You can just
You
smoke
haven't
a
smoked
David off. Oh man,
It's the cigarillos. It's just the cigarillos.
no
Cigarillos are
man,
like,
it's
you don't know?
Go ahead. It's just I don't know, man. I always grew up like David off is like it's not a cheap cigar, so it's something that you want to do like for a special occasion. Like I got one that's been sitting in my humidor for a while, but man, so I think that stigma has gone over to the little guys. I'm like, I'll wait for a good occasion.
Smoke a Davidoff anytime, dude. I don't give a fuck. It's the best. It is literally the best cigar, hands down, the best hand rolled cigars in the world.
Yeah.
You cannot have better quality than them. You cannot. Their quality control is stupid. Their quality control is something out of this world. Like they'll hand wrap it. Dude, it's a whole system. I've been trying to get one of them to like come onto the show and whatnot and talk about what they do, because it's so beautiful.
They just sponsor it.
Swiss, man. Them Swiss, bro. Davidoff, I love you, but I know the deal, man. I know the deal. The fact that we had a dispensary to sponsor us surprised me, because we just kind of asked them, and they were like, yeah, we love your show, because they all listen to the show up at Bloom Dispensaries. That's disrespectful of me. Apologize for that. But yeah, no, cigars is such a subculture. Like if you really think about it, because I've been smoking cigars since probably 2008, because I started in Iraq.
So 15 years.
Fuck, Nick, you make me feel old as shit, bro.
Mm.
Yeah, 15 years. Shit, I didn't think about that. 15 years.
I was just talking to somebody this week about, she started teaching and stuff in 2005. I was just had to take a moment out of the conversation. I was like, can you believe that that's like 20 years ago in what, 2 years? God, time goes by fast, man. You gotta
it really does. I kind of realized that in like 2009, I think I had that realization that time goes on real fucking fast, bro. That's why, like, I spent a shit ton of time with my kid, and everybody's like, oh, but you're passing on opportunities and stuff. I'm like, yeah, but I'm never gonna have those first 5 years.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna have them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Never, dude, never. And a friend of mine who has 3 daughters, the best advice he gave me was, and he's an actor. The best advice he gave me was, man, just spend as much time with it. Like, it's gonna suck. You might, if you can make it by, which we do well, then just spend as much time as you can. Do teach her as much as you can.
Absolutely.
Do everything that you can. But you've seen my kid, how she is.
Yeah, she's a cutie. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've gotten to that point in the past month. It's like, dude, they're never gonna be this age. They're gonna come to a point where they don't even want to come to the house, and all the grown-up stuff. And it's like, you gotta soak that time up now, man.
Depends, man. It depends. I feel like a lot of people, when it comes to raising kids, I read a shit ton of books when I found out that I was gonna be a dad, and like all the books that I saw that were like bestsellers, one of the things that they said is, you will never get that time back, but that time will forever be precious. And on top of that, your kids will forever remember that, whether they realize it or not. Psychologically, they'll remember it.
Yep.
And I was like, well, fuck it. So I'm just going to be here all the time. And the problem is, man, like people always like to put labels on, like, oh, it's a helicopter parent. Like, nah, dude, like my kid is like, go do it yourself. Like it's kind of like, I've always had friends who are older than me. Always, like Sean's 40, my wife's 40, John's 39. Fucking my co-host 52.
No, he's not.
Eric's 52, bro.
Dang, he was the one at the restaurant the other day. Man, he does not look it.
Nah, bro. Eric started taking care of himself recently.
He's living that cigar life.
No, he was living that cigarette life and that stress life. And I was like, dude, you got to start drinking water. You got to start sleeping. And we started taking him to VA. I do that with everybody, dude. Everybody who comes to me, the first thing I was like, are you eating well? Are you drinking enough water? Cut back on alcohol. Um, and sleep, man. Like sleep was the biggest thing. Sleep has always been the biggest thing. Is just I
Mm-hmm.
and I'm guilty of it, man. I'll sleep like 5 hours and then I'll take a nap and shit like that, which I
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't. I know I shouldn't, but there's so many things that I got to do in the day that it's like if I don't get up early, I can't go lift.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's just if I don't lift, then just my day just feels weird. I'll go for a walk. Like if it's too cold outside, I'll walk in the house. I'll just pace in the house for like 30 to 40 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks, but it's a good mental exercise too. Because you just have to
Yeah.
like go somewhere else. Because if
Yeah.
not, you'll lose your mind,
Yeah.
you know. And you
Absolutely.
you look like a crazy person, but you get a sweat going, and then I just put music, and I'm like, I'm golden, dude. You're big into fitness, though. You're
Yeah. Putting
fucking.
this piece in my mouth.
We went there. We went there early in the show. All right, then. Have you always been into like fitness though, like into jujitsu and stuff?
uh yeah, pretty much, dude. Growing up, I've always been pretty um into sports, or usually just football.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then kind of in high school, the coaches were like, "Oh yeah, you got to weightlift." I was like, "Oh, okay, sure." So we
Mm,
started weightlifting, and then that's kind of really never left me. And so yeah, I've always done something that's requires you to exercise. I mean, that's so important though. Every single, like you were saying earlier, is you got to go outside. You have to do something every single day just to
mm,
get some movement in, get that water in, and get that the sleep in.
mm.
Oh, it's just those three things alone is
That's
so
one of the
important.
things that if you go to VA for like therapy and stuff like that, one of the main things that they'll tell you is, hey man, get some sun. Like I use this analogy all the time on the show where I'll say when we talk about mental health, I'm like, dude, like I look at it like being Batman. And it's a funny analogy, right? But what does
Mm-hmm.
Batman have? He has a utility belt.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure this has been told somewhere else. I don't claim that this is me, but it's just an analogy that makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I feel like shit today. All right, well, let me go work out. Man, I still feel like shit. Okay, well, I'll schedule in a jujitsu session, 2 to 3 times a week.
There you go.
Okay, well, I still feel like shit. Well, man, did I eat? Am I hungry? Did I eat? Did I not eat enough yesterday? Which
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing. That'll happen sometimes because you get busy. Like yesterday, we had 3 interviews. So then I'm looking at like my macro calculator and I'm like, oh fuck, I had like 500 calories, but it's 9 o'clock at night. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll take a protein shake, go to
Yeah.
bed.
You get caught up.
Yeah, you have to do something. So that's why I don't look at calories and macros like for the day. I look at it for the week, like on a
Mm.
7 day basis.
Mm-hmm.
So I know
Mm-hmm.
I need to eat, let's say 30,000 calories, right, for the week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I'll calculate it.
Okay.
But I try not to eat past a certain time because man, like VA will tell you straight up, like there's no one solution. Like if you're taking, medication, you probably shouldn't drink on that medication.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's
Yeah.
a number one problem a lot of vets have
Mm-hmm.
is just the drinking. And you know how it is. You've been in the Navy. You
Mm-hmm.
were in the Navy for God
Mm-hmm.
no. How the fuck long were you in the Navy? I've never asked you that actually.
6 years.
Ah, smart
Almost
man.
like to the day. Like it was like July 15th when I got in, and then like July 13th when I got out.
I got in January 9 of 2008.
January 9 of
Yep.
2008.
I reported
Okay.
to Fort
Okay.
Leonard Wood, Missouri, straight from San Juan.
Oh,
Like
geez.
straight from San Juan.
Oh,
And I
geez.
reported I always change it because I have a joke about it, but I
Yeah.
reported in jeans and like a short sleeve.
What are you changing in that story? Your outfit?
I normally for the purpose of the joke, I'll say I reported in shorts.
Okay.
But the
Because
one
you're coming
thing,
from San Juan.
yeah, I'm coming from
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
There you go.
So like
Okay.
I've
Yeah.
never in my life experienced anything below 60 degrees.
Right.
So then I show up and back in the day, like they used to like, cause this was like 08, 09 when they were like really like, hey, don't tell anybody, don't be wearing shit, keep your shit tight. And when you showed up to St. Louis, they had a person there that you follow them, they take
Mhm.
accountability of you and like go into the USO. Then you went down, you got on a bus,
Yeah.
and
Oh
it
yeah.
wasn't that cold,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and then in the
Mhm.
bus, it's all blacked out, and
Really?
it's not, yeah, dude, when I went in, that's
That's the
how it
army
was.
treatment, brother.
What the
Navy,
Navy do?
Navy.
What did the Navy do?
Oh, first class all the way, man.
Fuck you. You fucking semen people, god damn it. You have the funniest fucking name for a rank, and yet you guys get treated. I mean, did you see what I posted? I posted this picture. This is so funny. Rick Robka, he's been on the show. He posted a picture of a dude that re-enlisted, and I think it's a bosun's mate, third class is what he is. And it's there it is right there. Re-enlistment bonus, hashtag blessed. $2, bro. Could
There you
you
go.
imagine?
There you go. That's incentive, man.
I gotta show this. I gotta show this to the people that are watching. And shout out to Rick Robka. He's such a fucking funny dude. Yeah. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit.
Well,
$2, bro. All $2 to re-enlist.
All that money went into the creating the thing.
Dude, I remember when I joined, I was like, do I get a bonus? They're like, yeah, you get to join the army. Congratulations.
You get life skills.
Congrats, buddy. But I was homeless for a little while before I joined, and then I got my shit together, and then I joined. So I was like, anything is better than being fucking homeless.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Although being homeless in Puerto Rico is like being middle class in America. Like it's not that bad.
Yeah,
you know?
right.
So
You can just sleep on the beach.
yeah. Dude, I remember like Andy Chudamela. Andy, I remember at the gym, everybody was giving me shit because a lot of people didn't realize this was years ago that I had come from the island.
Uh-huh.
So like I remember like Andy Chudamela when he went to Puerto Rico, everybody's like giving me shit because I've never seen movies or I didn't understand like colloquialism and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And when Andy went for a week, he came back and I go, hey, just out of curiosity, how many times did you watch TV? He's like, none. And I go, now you know how it was growing up for me. And he's like, oh shit. Cause dude, the beach is right there. Like I told somebody one day, I was like, I used to cut class and go to the beach. And they just looked at me and they're like, fuck you, Richard. And so it's like, why? Bro, my wife said that to me one day. She's like, shut the fuck up. She's like, you did not have it that bad. Avocados everywhere. Literally, have you ever seen the Puerto Rican avocados?
Mm-mm.
Bro, I gave one to Brian. They're bigger than my face.
Really?
Yeah. Puerto Rican avocados are bigger than my
big
face.
ass avocado.
It's a big ass fucking avocado, bro.
Where do we get them from? Where do we get ours from? Mexico?
Because of the Jones Act. That's
that?
what okay, let me rephrase that.
Uh-oh.
I think it's because of the Jones Act.
Oh, we're getting political now?
No, it's not political. It's
okay.
It's just the reality. Like in order for something to be imported into a territory, it has to touch mainland, continental U.S. mainland,
Mm-hmm.
and then it can be sold again.
Oh, okay.
So you're doing 2 trips.
Oh.
That would be like your wife telling you, like, listen, you can fuck me, but you have to swim 2,200 miles there. Send me a picture that you're there, and then come back and you can fuck me. And it's
okay, like, let's go.
Like,
do I get a speedboat?
Have you seen what's in the waters of Puerto Rico, bro? And in the Atlantic Ocean?
Fish?
Yeah, okay. Bro. The ocean terrifies the shit out of me. The ocean.
Did you ever get bit by a fish or stung or anything?
No, I got stung by these little I forget the name of them, but it's like a little black star, and they're fucking huge as shit.
Are they floating or are they like a sea urchin?
They a sea urchin. Thank you. It's a sea urchin.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like I was gonna pull it up, but yeah, that's what it is. It's they're like that big normally, and they're like as big as like my fist probably, but they're pointy. And like when you step on them, they hurt like a fucking bitch.
Yeah, but your lesson learned, right? Don't go stepping on shit, dude.
Yeah, bro. It's the
What do you
ocean.
want to do? Just let them squish you?
No, bro.
Or you're just gonna get squished?
No, not that either. But like at the same time, it's like you don't want, I don't want like jaws coming. Bro, have you not seen the shit that's popping up in the ocean, man? Like it's fucking terrifying. We found a giant squid recently, like within the past 10 years.
Dude, we've always been finding that shit. All dead and washed up on shore.
Yeah, but
show me a live video of one.
Show you a live video.
That's what I want to
see. Of a giant squid.
Of a giant squid. There's no footage of it.
Okay.
Now you got Humboldt squids that have footage, but there's no giant squid.
Incorrect.
Like you're talking about like Kraken size, right? Like the ones that fight the sperm whales.
As big as 2 buses.
No.
As big as 2 buses, my man. Hold on.
No way.
Yes, there is. Hold on.
Don't let me down now. I'm getting all excited.
There it is. 2023.
Oh yeah.
Is that not terrifying to you, bro?
No, look, he's dead.
Bro, no, it's not dead. Look
It's
at the
dead,
look at the diver.
dude.
Look at that thing.
Look
It's as
at
big as
him.
a fucking school bus. Bro, that thing is not dead. Look at it. It's
Look, it's all battled up, dude.
because the
He's lost a
skin.
fight.
Oh my god, he lost the fight, bro. No,
He's he's on his death throes.
the dude's like, look
That
at the
is not
dude,
a healthy squid, man.
bro. It doesn't matter. I showed you a video of it, motherfucker. It's fucking terrifying, bro. It's terrifying to me. And then the dude's just my whole thing is like it's like Kaylin. Like when we have Kaylin, I remember one time
Yeah.
she was like, I'm terrified of competing. And
Oh,
then
yeah.
and then she brings out a box with scorpions.
Mm,
And she's like, yeah, you can just go like this on the thing and pet them and they love it. And then she
mm,
pulls out a spider. And I'm like, bitch, you should not be scared of shit. What
mm.
the fuck are you smoking? You have a venomous. She told us one time on the first time we had her that she has this spider that what it does is if you get close to it, it'll warn you. It'll like if it doesn't want to be petted, it'll go like this and it'll back up. And then if you keep approaching, it'll go like this to scare you.
Mm.
But then the other legs go like this. So the two front legs go like this, and then it
Mhm.
goes like this, and it's ripping hair out because it can blind a person, and it throws it in the predator's eyes.
Like a little Spider-Man.
Kind of, yeah, kind of like that. And Kaylin's like, yeah, it happened one time. I lost my sight. I'm on my eyes for like 15 minutes.
Dang. Dude, she loves those things. We had, oh my gosh. We
She brought
had
them here.
um a little event at the gym once, and she was presenting her spiders and stuff. And so she had all these illustrations, like she
Yep.
made herself
Yep.
of like all the like, so I guess spiders have like triple the nerve endings that we have.
Correct.
So like on all their hairs, they're super
They
sensitive.
can
So
feel anything if
yeah,
you go
so
like
they don't need to
this.
hear, so they don't have
Mhm.
ears. They
Mhm.
just feel everything from those hairs that they
Mhm.
have. Yeah, she, man, the amount of information she knows about those spiders is
She
amazing.
teaches a class to interpreters on that.
Oh,
I haven't taken that class yet.
I don't doubt it, man.
Yeah, she teaches like a 3 hour long class on it, and she's like, I could do 6 hours, and I'm like, I thought I had knowledge because I have like 10 classes on my catalog that are all 3 hours, but then I saw like her talking, and I'm like, God damn, Kaylin, like shit, like she knows her shit, and then she'll be like, oh, I'm so shy to go compete. I'm like, bro, just put a picture on your gi of you with a spider on your face
Mm-hmm.
and just stare at your opponent. Just
Just a big old piece of paper right
there
covering
you
her
go,
face.
bro.
There you
Maybe
go.
Kaylin can beat Gordon Ryan, dude.
Maybe.
Gordon Ryan versus Kaylin Nance, no time limit. Kaylin just brings a spider in her fucking gi. As soon as Gordon judo throw her, she's like, oh, fucking, that's it, bro. Could you imagine that post interview? Joe Rogan walks up. Gordon, what happened? It's like, Joe, she just had it.
She had it.
She had it in her, man. She had it in her.
God bless her.
But would she get promoted after that if she like beat Gordon like that?
No, keep her as a white belt.
The
The only white belt to beat Gordon ever. Yeah.
You will never get fucking promoted, bro.
Well, what did Nicky ride? He got his what, blue or purple belt after he won ADCC?
No,
Or
he got his purple.
second?
I think it was his purple.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. I saw like a little controversy this morning because they're fighting. They're
Oh,
fighting.
him and Gordon, yeah.
No. Are they? Is it him and Gordon? Because I have the flow thing, but I just sit in here sometimes. Like when ADCC was happening, I'm 100% sure the neighbors thought that there was like a gangbang going in here because it was like me, John, and like another friend of mine, and we were watching it, and we were just sitting in here, and it's like, huh? Like, dude, it was wild in here. Like,
Damn, what kind of gangbang are you guys into? Shit, who's yelling that shit out during a gangbang? Damn.
you should know. You've been in the fucking Navy, bro.
Oh,
Like,
dude, I'm not. Hey,
just
you don't kiss and tell,
gangbang,
man.
you
You
don't
keep that
kiss
shit to
and
yourself.
Dude, no, it's
See,
I love it.
that's a good subject about perspective though, because that'd be awesome for me. Because my wife and I, we dive, right?
Wait,
Like,
what? Really?
yeah. So my whole right leg is all tatted up with the types of fish that we've seen and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then that's no problem for me, but for you it is. But now for competition for you, it's easy. But now for Kaylin,
but it's
that
relaxing.
scares her.
But it's
Yeah,
relaxing
see,
for
but it's
me.
all about perspective.
See, and like that's one of the things that I noticed. Like everybody used to get nervous, and I was like, "Oh, we're here. Okay, we're just gonna go to work.
Let's do it. Yeah.
We're just gonna go to work.
This is what you
In the
train for.
beginning, it wasn't like that though. In the beginning, it wasn't. But then
Oh,
after
yeah.
like a year of competing every month,
Mm-hmm.
it was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we're here. We have a game plan. Let's just go do it. But you talk about the ocean. Oh no. He's fighting da, 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 training with Magali. I saw this, by the way. This was funny as shit. Yeah, who's number one? Gordon Ryan versus Felipe Pena. Shout out to Flow Grappling,
Oh,
man. They've done some fucking amazing things and shit. I what are your thoughts on that, man? When he like and and dude, granted,
I
I've
didn't see
lost
it.
people. You
I'm
haven't
just
seen that match?
no, no. I don't want
He kind of like gave up after like he started like running after him, and he's like, dude, my best friend died, which I get. But then there was like some controversy with it and whatnot, and I'm just like, I just want to see them go again. The,
I think whenever Gordon's involved, there's always controversy involved.
I don't wouldn't say. You think it's controversy or drama? And I think it's
Sure,
so. I think it's
sure.
just him trying. Like he knows how to just get under people's skin.
Well, he's being the heel on purpose. He's trying
Mm-hmm.
to create more attention for the sport, which he's succeeded at wildly.
Yeah.
So
Well, Joe Rogan's done a great job of it. And he sponsors Gordon Ryan now. I don't know if you saw
the
that.
Joe Rogan podcast
Joe Rogan
sponsors.
podcast sponsors
Oh
Gordon.
wow, that's
Yeah, the Joe
amazing.
Rogan podcast sponsors Gordon Ryan, bro. He had
Oh my god, you look amazing on this TV.
I know, and in real
Oh
life, I
my
just look
god.
like shit, bro. See what I'm saying, bro? They say the camera adds 10 pounds. This camera takes off like 10 pounds, bro.
Dude, add that muscle. Look at you. You just
It did
skinny
not
and
look like that in the beginning, good sir. It did not look like that in the beginning. I tell you that. Nah, I just think it's funny the whole B team and shit. I just can't. I just like watching it. I don't really follow it. I just like seeing the memes and shit. Because like classic rappler is always posting something. My favorite thing was what Gordon Ryan did when he sent. Did you see what he sent Felipe Pena on Valentine's Day?
didn't he do that to Nicky Rod as well?
I don't know if he did that to Nicky Rod.
He sent him some flowers or something.
I don't think it was it flowers.
God, I
Hold
thought
on,
so.
hold on a minute. Let me see. Gonna love jujitsu. Oh, how have we not followed him? Huh. Oh, Da, da. Oh yeah, the USADA thing. He wants like $10,000 if he fails every a USADA, if he
Oh,
passes the
Ryan
USADA
does?
test. Yeah,
Oh,
Nicky Rod.
yeah.
And
Uh,
he answered back. He's like, bro, you would make more on that than beating someone at ADCC. Let me see. Blood test. Oh, there it is. There it is. Happy Valentine's, everyone. Sony is mad at me because I brought flowers to someone else. That's it. The Nicky Rod and the B team. This motherfucker sent him flowers. He sent him fucking flowers, bro. That's like some petty ass fuck. That's like some shit that I would do if I was rich.
I mean, that's just heartfelt. He's just thinking about
Sure.
him.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
thoughtful.
Yeah, sure. That's exactly what it is. Kind of like when someone says, "Hey man, you're so strong." Yeah, thanks, asshole. Thanks. Like that's how I feel
I don't
about
know.
that.
Did you win the match? Take it as
Oh,
a
I've
compliment.
never been told that, bro. Fuck no.
That's-
That's not coming to Richard, bro. I follow I'm like my wife says that I'm like autistic in that sense because like Kaio's like don't use any strength. When you're doing technique,
Mhm,
just do
mhm,
technique. So to me
mhm,
it's like
mhm.
when we're rolling like it's like oh okay like let me do the technique. Unless it's like there's different ways of training I feel like and like I feel like you guys us at the gym
Mhm.
do a really good job at like hey do the technique slow, understand the technique,
Yeah,
know where you're at. But then you get with certain people and they're like, it's like like somebody shooting a 50 cal for the first time.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's more comes into you might understand the theory, but how's your practice?
What do you mean?
Okay, so if you have a good comprehension of jujitsu, your technique should show out, right? But if you can't translate that uh
Into a match.
the internal knowledge to translate into the physical aspect of that,
Mm-hmm.
and you just become a spaz, right?
Yeah, I see what you mean.
You can't translate those two,
Yeah,
or your level of jujitsu is just the comprehension's not that at that level.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'm still like losing weight and like I'm always like trying to like figure out what my body is. Like
Mm-hmm.
right now, I
Mm-hmm.
dropped another 10 pounds
That's
and
awesome.
Well, I told you, right? I kind of like crashed a little bit. I was getting like real moody. And I think someone at the
Mm-hmm.
gym had said something like, dude, what's your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in such a bad mood. And I messaged Dan Garner about it. And he's like, man, you should get like a hormone test done. So
Mm-hmm.
I went to VA and it took weeks to get it done because it's VA.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And finally it came back, and I hate getting non-technical because I've had people email the podcast like, well, what did you get in this? I'm like, listen, dude, I'm not a scientist. I just go, I get the blood work done, and I go, what do I need to do? Don't
Mm-hmm.
sit here and explain. Or I have my wife look at it because my wife works with the hospital and stuff like that.
Mercy or
um
Cox.
mm,
Mercy or Cox.
Mercy.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they were like, oh, hey man, like you it's something's wrong here,
What
da da
department?
da da. Mm?
What department?
Pediatrics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
she work in
yeah.
the pediatrics ER?
No,
No, okay.
she's not a nurse or anything. She's a medical assistant, but she's
Mm-hmm.
been there for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like the shit that you learn over 20 years working there is just ridiculous to me. Plus her mother was a nurse. So it's like I kind of looked out, and like one of the things that her mom had said when they looked at my blood panel and my stool sample and everything was, do you need to eat? Like
Mm-hmm.
you need to eat.
Mm.
Cause
Yeah.
dude, I tell you what, losing that much weight was not fun, bro. Like there was times I'd go to the gym and I was like, I would look at someone and I'm like, you look like a cheeseburger that I want to fucking judo throw. Like,
Damn.
dude, yeah, it was bad because you gotta understand, like, I was like
How'd you
over,
do that though?
what do you
How'd
mean?
you judo throw a cheeseburger?
Well,
Like it's so circular, man.
you grab the lettuce, and you just go in with the
Oh,
lettuce.
you're going with the lettuce?
I don't know
Okay.
where else to go,
I go
bro.
with the meat, dude.
You
That's the
go with the
solid part
meat.
of it.
Of
The
course you
lettuce would
would.
just follow.
You seem like a meat in your mouth kind of guy.
Oh, we're putting it in our mouth? Damn, dude. Why you gotta cross that line? Is that what you are? You're a habitual line stepper?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm a fucking instigator. I literally tell people all the time, like, you don't want to be my friend because I'm just the guy that I'm just gonna fuck with you. But I'm
Mm.
gonna fuck with you in a way look, I have a friend who plays Magic like regularly,
Mm.
like he plays Magic,
Dude,
and
I
I
used to be
just,
so into that.
dude, this buddy of mine, he's pretty wealthy, man, has a good business, and now he stepped back, and all he does is he plays Magic, and he smokes cigars now. He's at that point. And I used to go to his house to play, and I just fuck with him. I just grab a deck, and I just be like, "Oh, everybody's doing good. Let me just wipe the whole
Just
fucking board."
beat his ass.
No, I wouldn't even beat them. I would just do things to annoy them.
Oh,
And one day I was like, "All right, man, cool. Like, let's play." And I fucking beat everybody. And he's like, "Get the fuck out of my house."
what decks do you use?
I like the Elven deck, which is we play Commander.
Oh,
So I like play a lot of Elven deck because with the Commander coming out, you can have an elf come out, Nerd Talk right now. And we
mm,
just had the Happiness and Hobbies guys who they have a channel on YouTube that's what they do. They
mm,
play card games.
mm.
And I would just like get like a bunch of mana and then I just start playing like trample cards and shit
There you go.
and just fucking
Yeah. So what's the Elven one? Is that green and something
it's
or?
green.
Oh, it's
100%
just
green.
all green.
It's all green.
Oh, dang.
It's all
Okay.
green. I'm not a big fan of multicolored decks. I think I don't have.
Why they don't work?
It's not that they don't. No, they do work. Clearly, they work because if you look at like the Magic the Gathering tournaments, the people who are making like six figures playing, they use multicolored decks.
Yeah.
But to me, it's
I
like
just found that out last week.
what
The winner of the World Magic the Gathering, I think made
150,000,
150. Oh, okay.
150 for winning
I
for
saw
winning.
100K,
Yeah,
but 150?
150. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, someone email us and tell me.
So
Did you
ridiculous.
know that if you play Pokemon,
Hmm.
okay, and you're top 100 of
Okay, yeah.
Pokemon,
In the world.
Pokemon hand. No, 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 no. In America,
Mm,
okay, you can compete, right? If you win Pokemon at a regional level,
yeah.
I think someone told me it was like $50,000 plus endorsement deals, plus YouTube channel deals, plus, dude, a lot of things. If you win Pokemon Worlds, I have yet to hear someone tell me how much it is, but it's six figures and an endorsement deal from Pokemon and all that other shit.
Magic's got to be bigger than Pokemon, isn't it?
Magic is absolutely bigger than Pokemon. It
Okay.
is
Okay.
absolutely bigger than Pokemon.
Dude,
But you know,
so I was competing at a IBJJF event in Atlanta. Okay. This is
mm,
when we're living in Savannah. And
could you
so
tell everybody what you do, Nick? By the way, because I feel like we got into it and I never like properly said what you
oh
do.
yeah. I work at the hospital here, doing blood draws. And then my other job is one of the co-owners of Strength and of Springfield BJJ, and then I do mostly the strength and conditioning stuff. Brian does all the intelligent jiu-jitsu stuff, and then I help out. But then the other job I have is I take care of my babies. So my wife helps works out most, and then I get to enjoy the babies the most.
Nice.
Which it's
Yeah, that's kind of like where I'm at. I just podcast, and
yeah,
people always make the joke that all I do is podcast and smoke cigars.
yeah.
And
It's a
I'm
good
like,
life, man.
hey man, fuck everybody else who fucking hates on it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna hate on it, like you wish you had that life. Like, not you, but like you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
You as a
pretty dope.
generality.
Just anybody who wants to like hate on me or like hate on anybody in general. That's
Yeah.
why I try not to say negative things about people. Because it just doesn't do anything. That's why sometimes like I'll, if we have a guest or something, they'll ask about something and I know something. I'm like, I don't have anything nice to say.
There you go.
But see, a
Yeah.
lot the
Don't say
smart
mean
people,
things. Yeah.
the smart people go, oh, okay, I know what that means.
Hmm.
Everybody else is like, oh, you're all scared. It's like, no, I like not getting sued, my man.
Yeah. Right.
Fucking not getting sued, bro. That's what I'm all about. Fuck that. And if I say something, I'll fucking back it up. But no, that's pretty cool though that you get to spend so much time with the kiddos and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. So and because of my schedule, I'll be able to sometimes take them to school and pick them up and stuff like that. And like we were mentioned earlier, is I'm never gonna have this time again, so I gotta soak it up now.
Dude, I soak it up. I love spending time with my kid. We're teaching her letters right now. She's
Mm-hmm.
only 3,
Mm.
and she fucking did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and she did H today.
There
She
you
got
go.
like
Is she writing them
frustrated.
out or is she just saying
No,
them?
she writes them.
Oh, there you go.
No, she
Okay.
can say them to you in
Yeah.
Spanish better than she can in English,
Mm-hmm.
which we'll have to fix that because I
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
her primary language to be English. I don't want her thinking in Spanish and having to translate everything in her head.
Right. Yeah.
That's just a bitch. That's a bitch, bro. That was me for years until I met an interpreter that was he spoke 5 languages and was certified in all of them. And he's like, "Oh, this is what you do." And he taught me like a little trick. Well, the trick basically is you have to like warm up your brain and
Mm-hmm.
think in English and then speak like you'll see me talking to myself in English
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a switch and then I can switch and it's easier like
Oh.
that because if not like naturally my brain I just think in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big thing that most people don't realize is that that's why some people they have an accent and some
Mm-hmm.
people don't. I don't have an accent
Mm.
unless you get me drunk enough.
Because you're always talking to yourself.
I mean, I need an expert opinion, my man. What else you want me to do, bro? You don't talk to yourself, bro.
No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So going back. So
You
so
were
I'm
doing
at
IBGF, man.
yeah, yeah. So I'm at this tournament, and the venue for it is just a just a huge venue, and so it has all these halls, right? And so each hall has different events going on. Well, in ours, it was the tournament. So you go down, I'm kind of waiting, so I'm loosening up and stuff. So I go walk down the hall, and then so I go into this other room, and it's just a huge Magic the Gathering tournament. There's
Right across from IBJF.
Yeah, it's like a couple exhibits down. And dude, like before I got in there, I was just getting the biggest contact high because there's just all we just emanating from that room. And then you go in, I'm like,
Really?
oh, I gotta get out of here.
That's funny.
But this dude, lunch tables full of everybody just going at it, and
Yep.
just this hall was huge, dude.
Mhm.
It was just, oh my gosh, I cannot believe how
It's a
big
lot
that
of
has
people my
gotten.
age too. Now it's a lot of people like my age,
Yeah.
35 to 50, bro.
When I started playing that, I was in middle school. And I got in the middle school in late 90s. Dude,
Shit. I
man.
didn't play Magic until 8 years ago. I was a Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Mm. Oh,
I was a
okay.
big Yu-Gi-Oh
Do
guy.
you have the arm thing for it?
We don't need to talk about that, man. It's time. Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I love the thing that I love about. Damn it, Nick. I can already hear it at the gym. It's like, all right, Richard, it's time to duel. It's
It's
like,
time to battle.
yeah, I was really into it. I think the biggest thing of Magic is that it's just so It's generational. Magic's been around for so fucking
Oh
long.
yeah. Oh yeah.
And it's like they're reprinting cards now though. That's one thing that I'm a little upset about.
Mm,
But everybody does that. Yu-Gi-Oh
yeah.
did that. Pokemon has not done that to my knowledge.
I'm sure it's cheaper for the company too.
It's not even that it's cheaper. It's just a way to get people to it's a way for to my understanding they do that because they want to either lower the cost of a card for whatever XYZ reason, which
Hmm.
I think the reason why you do that is because you're going to make more money reprinting than you would than collecting it, right?
Hmm.
Or the other reason is they're like, well, fuck you guys. We want other people to have that card too. So we're going to reprint it. Like
Hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh did that with the tins,
Hmm.
where if you see like there's like 7 different kinds of Dark Magician,
Hmm.
right? Just to name a card because it's the most common one. You have the original one from the Yu-Gi-Oh deck. You have the one from the Blue Eyes, and you have the one from like another season. Like it is crazy, but Yu-Gi-Oh cards now are going up in price to my knowledge because the creator died.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he died
Yeah.
trying to save a kid.
Mm.
Drowned,
Oh really?
drowned trying to save a kid, bro.
Dang.
Yeah.
Was this during a storm or something?
No, the kid. Let me see here. I want to make sure that I'm getting my information correct here. But I know because I remember when it happened, all my homies from Puerto Rico, blah, 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 Yu-Gi-Oh creator. Let me see here. Yep, Mr. Takahashi. Ba, ba, bum. Let me see. Found dead at sea. Yep. It's trying to save a kid, man.
Dang.
Try to save a child, a woman, and a soldier from Tetra's Rip Current.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
damn.
bro. Died like a fucking hero though, bro. That's shit.
Oh.
That's a way to go, man.
Mm.
Shit. That's a fucking way to go, bro. Die like a fucking hero, my man. But dude, that's what I was into was just Yu-Gi-Oh.
Mm.
It's just the strategy of it. What I like about card games is the strategy, and I feel like that's what people don't like acknowledge. Not acknowledge. I'm sorry. They don't like realize about it because like when you play at a high
About
level,
Yu-Gi-Oh or just any card game in general? Okay. Okay. I got you.
any
Yeah.
card game, because it's all the same shit.
Hmm.
The point of it is to have something that defends whatever is going to like kill you, right? So like in
Hmm.
Yu-Gi-Oh, it's your life points, and Pokemon, it's the cards, right? Every time you
Hmm.
eliminate something, you get. And Magic the Gathering, it's your life points or your commander, right?
Hmm. Okay.
So like you either have to eliminate the field, I have to trap you and counter you, I have to attack you with higher monsters, or I have to attack you directly and cancel you out. There's different strategies. It's all the same point.
Hmm.
How do I
Hmm.
stop you from doing X?
Hmm.
And that was one of the things that I love about playing card games. Like it's kind of like jujitsu. It's like,
Hmm.
what can I do to stop you from advancing? Well, hey,
Hmm.
I can attack your legs. Well, if I
Hmm.
attack your legs and I stop your hip, you can't move. I control your movement.
Hmm.
So it's the same in and that's just an analogy that I've always used to explain card games is like, hey man, like you have to stop something. And everybody has a deck that does something specifically. Like for
Yeah.
me, I
Right.
love playing
Yeah.
with dragons and spellcasters
Mm.
and elves. That's always been like what I like playing in
Hmm.
any tabletop game.
Hmm.
So that's just it, man. It's all a game. That's how I look
My
at it.
my son's trying to, or he's into Pokemon. He doesn't know how to play the game. He just likes trading them, which
Oh,
he's
okay.
not a good negotiator because he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So he gets all these cheap deals. So
Mm,
we're teaching him the art of negotiation. So, anyways, but I'm trying to con him into switching over to Magic. I'm like, hey, why don't you get into this card game? This is way better.
you got
But
to get him the promo ones that are out there, like with the Nerf guns and stuff like that.
for
There's like,
Magic,
yeah, 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 yeah. You never
what?
seen these?
What?
Yeah, hold on.
Nerf and Magic have combined?
I believe so. Nerf MTG. Yeah, there it is. Nerf 4. Read that card. Nerf 4.
Or Nerf Master.
Fire a Nerf blaster until empty at a target library for at least 2 meters away. For each card knocked off that library, put it into the owner's graveyard, and Nerf 4 deals half damage to that player. Foam darts only. That is a legit card.
A red and blue. Mm,
Red and blue +3.
that's an expensive card, dude.
I'm gonna put fucking little little fucking no, I'm not gonna say that on there. That's just mean. Yeah, see, Nerf 4. There's like a bunch of like crazy cards like that, dude. They do that out of like a promo thing, man. That's what they do. It's just like a promotional thing that they do.
Sure.
Nerf guns, I've always wondered why they're so fucking huge.
Oh, dude, they're getting ridiculous, man.
Dude, have you seen there's a Nerf gun that I 100% want. It's like a 249. Yeah, look at this. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. Nerf blaster 3D printed. It's
Oh my gosh.
fucking wild, dude. They have one that's like huge, bro. It literally looks like a Gatling gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is right there.
There you
They
go.
have a
Yeah.
bigger version of that. They have a way big. There
They
it
got the
is.
one
The
with the
249. There it is right there. That's the one
oh,
I
there
want.
you
Look at
go.
that, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking make me feel like I'm back in Iraq. Just fucking lay that down, dude.
Probably not the gun for you then.
Nah, it'll be all right. It'll
Don't,
all be all right.
don't
Look
want you
at
on
that.
the parents' night out.
What's Richard doing? Surprise. Just laying it down on all the
Grabbing the
kids and
kids like,
shit.
oh, get over.
Just put me in. Oh,
Jesus Christ. Good
that's like
Lord.
having me and Alan in the same class.
Nope.
That's just not.
Nope.
Oh, dude. Yeah, look at that. Look at that thing, bro. Tell me that's
What
not.
do you need a scope for a Nerf gun?
Doesn't matter, bro.
Oh my God.
It's not. There it is. This is the
Who-
one I was telling
who
you
are you
about.
sniping from
This
across
is
the
the one
room?
that I was telling you about. This is the one that I want right here. It's a Gatling elect. Look at this, bro. Look at this. For the people that are listening, and shout out to the people in Barbados, man. You guys have been supporting the podcast way more than anybody. Look at this thing, bro. Could you imagine if you walk into my house and I just receive you by going,
You know
it's
what, dude?
$56, bro.
That's way cheaper than the other one was 150. Like the
Yeah,
little
but the other
rifle looking
one's like a
thing.
249. So look at that. Oh my God. Look at that.
I know I'm
Manual.
getting
Look at that manual. Bang. Burst. Fucking ridiculous, dude.
that'd take you like 3 hours just to collect all those darts back up and
Doesn't matter.
put them back in the belt.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, bro. Doesn't matter. I'd still take it. I'd still take it. Look at this, bro. $60. This is wild. This is, I don't understand why they're so popular though.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and it's got the
No,
extended barrel.
no, don't tell, don't, no, no. I can't do that, bro. We got to get new mics and we got to get new things and all that shit, man. You can't be doing that.
Yeah, but you can get that right now.
No, 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 no,
Okay,
no.
it's only
No,
$60.
no, 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 no. Bro, have you seen how much gas is?
Oh gosh. That's why I run everywhere.
It's like run everywhere.
Get on my little scooter.
Dude, I just don't go anywhere.
It's just
For
just
real.
hunker down, yeah.
No, like I don't really need to like I think people have like that misconception of me and it's funny because we've had people that they meet me and they're like, "Oh my God," like and I'm like, "Hi." Hi. Like yesterday I had someone that I was at an event and they were like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I've listened to your show and whatnot." I'm like, "Hey, thanks, man." They're like, "Can I take a picture?" And I'm like, "No." And then I stopped for a minute after I said no, and I was like, "I need to go to the bathroom." And then I came back into the picture because my wife looked at me. She goes, "Don't be an asshole. Be thankful that people love you."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't know what they're gonna do." She's like, "Listen, just stop being an asshole."
Yeah. Now you know how celebrities feel.
God no, dude. God no.
You don't think you're a celebrity?
No. God
Oh
no.
no.
Because a celebrity gets paid. You think we make money? Oh,
Sad face.
fuck no, bro. I wish if I was making money, bro, there would be a bottle of like, yeah, no, there would be like Davidoff cigars on the table, bro. There'd just be like a box just full of
Yeah,
Davidoffs.
yeah.
That's a like if I was ever rich, I would be like a petty rich kind of guy. Like if you fucked with me,
There you go. Yeah.
I would just be like, you know what, man? Derek Luna has a really good joke about this. He goes, if I was ever rich, I would just be the pettiest rich person. Like, what's your favorite sport?
Jiu-jitsu.
Okay. Okay. What is okay, so you're like all grappling, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I would buy you seats. I would buy you know where I go with this. I would buy you seats to every karate Olympic event, front row, non-refundable. Be like, Nick, I know you're a big martial arts guy, man. I
Yeah.
love you.
Yeah.
Here's front seat rows to the karate Olympics in Korea. And then I'd buy you the flight too, and I'd put the flight in fucking coach or something. Like I'm petty as shit like
I'll
that,
still
bro.
go. I'll go.
You
I just won't.
probably
I
would.
won't go to the event. I'll go and else.
Like that's what I would do. Derek Luna has a joke that he says I would be like a petty rich person, like, oh, you're a basketball fan? Here's season tickets to the WNBA in LA. Front row. That I would be, bro. Oh, your favorite geezer show your role? Here's a bright pink show your
Yeah.
role. Well, you don't support cancer? You know, dude, I would be there would I would never tell anyone if I'm extremely wealthy, but there would be signs.
Yeah,
Like
right.
you would have shown up here and be like, "Oh man, I love Davidoff's." Well, Nick, give me a minute, Nick. Let me just. It's like all the
every single
Davidoffs,
assortment everyone ever
bro.
made.
Every single one. Have you ever had a Royale, a Davidoff Royale?
I've have a Davidoff in the humidor. I've never had one.
What kind of Davidoff? Do you know the name?
No.
Dude, I've had two of these, and both of them were gifts. They're $100 to $150 a pop.
See, that's why I don't mess with them.
Yep, they were both gifts, and let me tell you, at the time they were better than sex. But at that time, I was having
Watch
sex
your
the
mouth.
wrong way.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Probably with their hand.
I was having sex.
Rosie and the Five Sisters. Hey man, as long as you're getting it.
My man, you got it there. That's a good callback. Yeah, dude. Look at that. It's a beautiful cigar. It was so amazing though. To be completely honest with you, it was a really really good cigar.
Dude, you know what? I got a really good friend who hooked me on to Diesel cigars. Oh
Yeah.
my god, those are so good, dude.
You like them?
Oh,
Do you like
man.
Casada? Have you ever had a Casada cigar?
I don't know.
They're pretty good, and their price point is pretty good,
Yeah.
below 30. Like you can find ones for like, well, cigars are going, they're going up, man. They're going up, unfortunately, with
I
all
like to
the,
hear.
well, yeah. So I'm pretty good friends with the guy who owns this. He's Mr. Manuel Quesada. He's in the Dominican Republic, and his daughter is the one that comes here every year during Oktoberfest. And
Oh,
we're
cool.
actually having his daughter and his assistant come to the podcast
Oh,
on
cool.
Oktoberfest. Yeah, we tried to have them last year, but I didn't time it. So last year we're like, hey, next year, and she's like, absolutely.
Are they going to Just for Him?
Yes, they come from the Dominican. They do a tour of the Oktoberfest during the month of October, and they always go to Just for Him. Always. And they always see me, and I stay because they talk to me in Spanish and they feel comfortable enough.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, yeah, I'll stay for an hour. So, and they always, they're beautiful people, man. They really are. Like, have you ever heard of Manuel Quesada? So he is a very interesting person. I actually interviewed him when I started like doing interviews and stuff like that many years ago. And that interview somewhere, and he actually got his green card for going to war because he came from Cuba.
Yeah.
Because they took the plantation from his family. And I could be messing up the story, but I'm 90% sure I'm right. And he came to the States.
Miami.
When he came to the States, yes.
Yeah.
And when he came to the States, they said, hey, if you want to get your green card faster, you just have to join the army.
Mm-hmm.
Little did he know he had to go to fucking Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
But, that's neither here or there. And then from there, he went back to the Dominican. He has a gigantic place.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
It feels like the DR is where you get the best quality cigars. I think
100%.
Cuba is just kind of running off their name at this point.
100%. Cuba. The thing with Cuba is it's not regulated as much as people think, and I can't remember, but Christian Hutchinson, the owner of Just for Him, had explained to me where that came from. Where it was like, oh, Cuban cigars. Dude, I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't trust them because you don't know what's in that wrapper. You don't know what's in the container of it.
Oh, really?
No, dude, because they used to grow it. And Manuel explained this to me. They used to just go to. So let's say you have a restaurant, right?
Yeah,
like,
right.
hey, Nick, and the government will come. Like, Nick, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having this restaurant. Your food's amazing. You need to plant some crops in that little backyard back there that you have, and we're gonna come every week and pick it up. And that's how it would be. And that's where they got cigars. That's where Fidel and all those guys would get their cigars from. So, and dude, actually, I'd like to have a Cuban historian about that stuff. because this is the year that we're doing historians. So we have like a
Yeah.
samurai historian coming back. We have a Viking historian coming.
Oh,
Hmm. Hmm.
oh man,
Does that sound interesting to you,
those would be
Vikings?
cool stories.
I had the
That
samurai
samurais,
historian.
yeah.
I had the samurai historian before Michael Wirt, and he has a show on Netflix.
What, documentary or something?
No, hold on. What's the show? Because we didn't know he had a show on Netflix when we had him. Michael Wirt. Da, da, da. Yep. And he's also an interpreter, which when he researched me, there it is. Netflix, Smithsonian History Channel.
What's the name of it? Samurai?
No, that's his books. And he's
Oh,
doing a third one, which I gotta talk to him about.
what's that one in the middle?
Which one? Hold on. Oh no,
The
no,
guy with all the
no. Let
tats.
me go.
Yeah, samurai. A brief history.
It's in Spanish.
Yeah.
That's just a brief history, pretty much. That's what it says there. A
Concise
concise story of
history.
samurais. Let me see right here. Let me pull it up. Da, da, da. Netflix. Hold on. Samurai. What's it called? I think it was Samurai Show. No, not Samurai Show. That's a game. It was Bushido or something.
Oh,
Oh my
and
gosh.
they recounted the birth of the samurai and
They
all that
talk
stuff.
about I saw it such a long time ago that I can't recall right now. Age of Samurai Battle of Japan. There it is.
Click on it.
Okay. Then it's on Netflix. Da, da,
I
da.
might have seen it.
You have. It was super popular like a little while ago, like a year
Yeah,
and a half ago or
yeah, yeah,
something.
yeah, yeah.
And we had him like right as it came out, but he didn't talk about it because we were just asking about one of the things we asked about was if there was ninjas, and he's like, ninjas were not a thing. There's no evidence that proves it. It's a lie, blah, blah, blah. And when he said that, I
Oh,
almost had a heart attack because
yeah,
I was like, what the fuck?
yeah.
And then he goes, but there were samurai pirates.
Oh, oh,
Because that's
dang.
that's why that's why Japanese and Korean people don't get along because the samurais, I think it was during either the 13 or the 1500s,
Yeah.
invaded Korea and got all the way up to what is now known as Seoul.
Uh-huh.
And could you imagine, like, as a Korean person, like, look at these tall, beautiful people. Oh my God, why are they murdering Dan? Like, what the fuck? And these fucking, I
Um,
don't know how that would be. What would be their pet?
didn't they try to attack China and that went horribly wrong for them? That's kind of where their dynasty started to end.
I don't know.
Was
I'm
it
not.
Korea or was it China?
No, it was Korea. It
Was
was
it?
it
Oh,
was it was
okay.
a hundred
That's
percent Korea,
so
bro.
that's when it started kind of going
Yeah,
down.
yeah. It was
Okay.
100% Korea
Okay.
because yes, here it is, Samurai. There it is, Age of Samurai Battle for Japan. This, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 2021. Yeah, okay. All right.
So he was on this, and I was watching it like a week after I had him because I was like, oh, I had a samurai historian on the show, bro.
Yeah.
So now I know. And then I hear his voice and I don't recognize it because, dude,
He's narrating the whole thing.
he's narrating it, and
Oh,
I
okay.
I don't recognize his voice because we've interviewed like almost 180 people at this
Yeah.
point. There's 160 episodes out. So I'm just like, at that
Not to
point, we were
brag, yeah.
like 50 episodes in, and I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah.
And my cousin's at the house, and he goes, that's fucking Michael Wirt. And I go, nah, man. And then he's like, yes, and during the samurai, and he pops up, and I'm like, oh shit, it is him. And dude, sure as hell, we just kind of like, I message him and he goes, oh yeah, I should have talked about it on the show or whatever. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, okay. But dude, we're gonna have him back now that we have video and stuff like that. Because he was such a good guest.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, he kind of like researched me and he saw that I'd done like human trafficking stuff and whatnot. And
Okay.
he's like,
Yeah.
dude, what you do is amazing. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh my God, thank you. Oh my God.
Oh, it's nothing. It's just
That's
what I always
Dude,
do.
you give me a compliment and I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I don't get a lot of compliments. That's why I've stayed married to my wife. She's like she was like the first time she met me, she's like, oh my God, you're just so pretty. Like, oh my God. Oh, bro, she does 100%. I can show you text messages. She's like, I love you. She's like, you're just so good looking.
Yeah.
Oh my God, stop lying to me. Stop. Bro, I'm a
Um,
sucker for attention.
you have you ever talked about how you got into jiu-jitsu on this?
No, no one's ever asked me.
Why did you get into jiu-jitsu?
um, when I was in Iraq, I had an NCO kick me in the chest
Oh shit.
after a mission.
Were you bleeding inside your chest?
No, he just kicked me because I made a smart ass comment, and that should have been the right thing to fucking do because
Okay.
I didn't understand that it was life and death.
Yeah,
I
right.
just thought it was like, I was a dumb fucking private,
Uh-huh.
and he kicked me in the fucking chest and then he punched me.
Uh-huh.
And I looked at him and I said, if you ever touch me again, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And he
Mm-hmm.
goes, you can't even fucking defend yourself from that kick. How can I trust you going on missions?
Mm.
And that fucked me up.
That was the inception
That
of
fucked
the
me up.
yeah.
No, that really fucked me up. And I then got sent to another platoon and I met a guy named Jason Powell.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw Jason rolling with his entire platoon, all 30 something people, and he choked all of them in a
Just
minute.
fucking them up.
He just choked all of them in seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was nothing they could fucking do.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's what I want to fucking do. And he
Yeah.
goes, it's called jujitsu. And I
Yeah.
was like, okay, he's a black belt now. Jason's pretty cool dude.
Where's he train out of?
He's in Fort Leonard Wood.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Jason Powell. Jason Powell.
Drew
He's a
probably knows him then.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, 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 yeah. He's a black belt up there. And at the time, everybody like said that Jason had like problems and stuff, but that was like his fifth deployment,
Oh, yeah.
and he
Oh.
had a bad
Back to back
experience.
or
Ah,
yeah.
man, and he had a bad experience where his wife took a loan because he gave him a general power of attorney.
Oh, yeah.
She bought a
Yeah.
house and like, dude, really bad things. And he's talked about this. Like, it's not like I'm throwing his business out there, but
Mm-hmm.
and I remember we started learning how to like clear rooms with a guy named Corporal Montgomery. And he was like, man, you gotta like really fucking go. Like, you gotta like fucking go in there with the mentality you're gonna fucking kill a motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Right, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
know. And
Mm-hmm.
then we started doing like I started like working out a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got back, I met with this dude who was a drill sergeant, and he was a purple belt at the time. And he started just teaching me arm drags. He's like, the number
Oh.
one thing you want to know is arm drags, which is, you know, if you sting your hand with me, like I will
Mm-hmm.
fucking snatch that hand and not give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was like, man, this is so dumb. Like, I'm never going to hit this.
Mm-hmm.
And I ran into a situation where I had to put my hands on some people while on the road as an MP, and the dude went to swing and I went back, and I just didn't want to draw my weapon because the guy was drunk. I didn't want to tase him because he was
Yeah.
drunk, and
Yeah, yeah, right.
he had puked on himself. So
Mm.
I at the time I thought, there's liquid, I don't want to tase him, and then the liquid, you know, gets in him, and I wasn't confident on OCing him. I was just really scared
Mm-hmm.
because it was like, dude, you're not a terrorist, you're just a person that made a mistake, and I
Drank too
don't want
much,
to
yeah.
kill you.
Mm-hmm.
So he like grabbed me and he went to swing, and I like broke the thing and just arm dragged it and rear naked choked him.
There you go. Yeah.
And I held it a little too long. You know, I held it for like 40 seconds
Mm-hmm.
and cuffed him, and he came to. And I
Mm.
was like, dude, I'm fucking terrified. I was like really scared because he went out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he went limp, bro. Like, he went limp. Like, as soon as I slapped it, I remember just like I remember my hand was like shaking. Like, my hand was just
So much adrenaline.
uncontrollably
Yeah.
shaking.
Yeah.
And yeah, adrenaline dump.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like crying because after I cuffed him, because I thought I killed him because he
Yeah.
wasn't moving.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, he wasn't moving, and it was really scary, man. And he came to. And when he came to, he was like, what the fuck happened? And I was like, oh. So I was like, oh shit. And after that, I just started training.
Yeah.
And then I trained a little bit
You
with,
saw real world how effective it is.
well, dude, because like the second time it happened, I had been training at that point for like 2 years, not with anybody, like just training. There was a guy
Mhm.
named Joe Pellegrino. He was a blue belt at the time, but he went down to St. Louis like for 3 days. Every week he would go down to St. Louis, stay there for 3 days, and just train all day.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, hey, you need to get into guillotines, you know? And I was like, okay, cool. And I went on vacation. I went on leave one day, and I was at a gas station. And you know, man, when you're young and you're dumb and you're full of cum, you kind of like
Gross.
do dumb shit. And I had a guy that was like running his mouth
Mm.
at a gas station in Oklahoma. And instead of just being smart and just de-escalating, ignoring him, he's like, oh, look at you. And I had like the douchebag high and tight, you know what I'm saying? And I
There
had
you
my
go.
military bag and shit, and you know, and he's like, oh, fucking baby killer, whatever. And like, that bothered me because people back home said that to me. I lost a lot
Mm.
of friends back home that they just don't talk to me anymore after I
Yeah.
joined. And it really bothered me. And I fucking went, and I was like, oh yeah, well, look at you, you hobo fucking. I said some really awful shit. I'm not gonna repeat it. And
Right.
he like went to grab my waist, so I just like snuck a choke in. And when he fell, he fell on the concrete while I held the choke.
Yeah, yeah.
He went out and he was bleeding,
Mm-hmm.
and then the cops got called, but they had a CCTV,
Mm.
and the cop was like, "Do you want to press charges?" And I was like, "No, man, I just want to go. I'm on leave. You know, I
Yeah,
had my DA-30 and
yeah.
shit, and
Wasting time right now.
they let me go."
Mm-hmm.
And like, dude, the whole drive down, I was just chain smoking cigars. Like, cause
Oh
I
God.
was like, yeah, like bad, which
Yeah,
by the way, you'll puke if you do that. I don't
yeah.
recommend doing that.
Got super lightheaded, huh?
Not really,
Oh, were you
because
preconditioned to it at that
I was
point?
pretty
Yeah.
conditioned at
Okay.
it because I would smoke cigars on ruck marches.
Okay.
I would sneak one in. Like if I was doing a ruck march shoot, I'd sneak one in and it just like energized me.
There you go.
And like that's when I was like, I need to stick with this no matter what, because this is now the second time that it's happened, and I need to like be able to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And
Proficiently.
yeah, and then I went to Korea and trained at John Franco's for a little. And then after I trained at Franco's, I ended up getting out of the army and I moved to Missouri. And I think within a week of moving to Missouri, I was like, I had like a lot of money saved up, like a lot of money saved up.
Yeah. How many
Um,
times did you deploy?
once for 15 months.
Oh, yeah.
But the funny thing is so I went to basic January 8th of
2008.
2008,
Yeah.
and I deployed June 25th of 2008.
Okay.
So I went
Okay.
straight from basic.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I graduated May.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, I remember I went to Fight Club. I went to another place. I went to three places, and then I went to 10th Planet
Mm.
at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I went there, and it was like a weird thing. Like I was just like, oh, this feels right. Like
The
this
vibe and
feels
stuff.
right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I people think that I'm a pretty factual person. I'm a pretty factual person.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to that, I just was like, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are. Here we are, man. That was it. That was it.
That was the same thing with me. I was at we moved from Savannah to here because my wife's family is all from here. And
Mm-hmm.
so we got here and I was trying another gym, and everyone was super nice. The quality was really good. But then Brian was having, which was Springfield BJJ at the point,
Yep.
over on Scenic, but
Yeah.
he was doing a Pan AMS camp and I
Yeah.
was competing at Pans
It
that
was
year.
2016 when I first met you.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but just the second you walk in there, it's like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is what I
Yeah.
want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
haven't left since. Yeah.
I will forever stay with Brian. I love Kyle, but Kyle's personality is a little abrasive for me.
Oh,
And he gives
shit.
me a lot of shit. And I love Kyle because one of the things, no, I do, and I'll say that to his face too. I don't care. I call him a baby. I call him a baby Abercrombie model all the time.
Okay.
I will post that online. I literally
I'm not
call.
challenging, man.
Bro, I
Okay.
literally have been like, Kyle Terra is the baby Abercrombie model of the jujitsu world. And literally, because find a picture of Kyle with a bad haircut.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Okay.
dare you.
Okay.
Find a picture of Kyle with a bad hair day. I
All
dare
right.
you. I'm 100% sure that motherfucker spent millions pulling those pictures out of the internet, bro. But nah, man, it's been pretty good, dude.
Is that Jalen?
No. We're good. So, dude, we gotta head out because it's been an hour already.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
But can you tell everybody where they can find you and just give everybody the deets if they want to like talk nutrition with you, or if they want to do conditioning or jujitsu or privates, like where can they
Oh,
find you?
dude. You want to do nutrition? I'd go somewhere else. I don't do nutrition. But yeah, if you're in town and you're in jiu-jitsu, come to Springfield BJJ over on FF and Republic.
That was the dogs, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
dogs.
dude, I kept hearing something. I was like,
No,
oh my God, is that Jalen?
no. It's the dogs. It's the
Okay.
dogs.
And then if you're looking to do specific stuff for jiu-jitsu, in order to get your game better, getting stronger, getting I don't want to say resilient, but getting more durable for jiu-jitsu, that's kind of my specialty. Is I'll help you achieve those goals, get you ready for competition or what, just longevity for the sport. So yeah.
Dude, I appreciate you being here, man. I'd
Dude,
love to
thank you,
have you
man. This is
back.
fun.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
love to have you back. Maybe next time we'll have some Davidoffs.
Don't threaten me with a good time, man.